Hey everybody, what's up? It's Nick here, and in today's video we're going to be bringing you guys my first impression slash overview of Mac OS X Mountain Lion. So Mountain Lion was just released a couple days ago, and I just got around to installing it on my laptop over here, and I thought it would be a good idea to give you guys an overview of some of the features, compare it in between some of the features within Lion, and then tell you guys if it's worth updating from Lion or Snow Leopard all the way up to Mountain Lion. So Mountain Lion was released a couple days ago, and I got a free copy of it because I bought my iMac here right after June 11th, which just so happens to be my birthday, coincidentally. So after my birthday, I bought an iMac, and then I redeemed my free update to Mountain Lion, which I installed on the laptop, and I kept Lion on the desktop so that I could compare and contrast the two operating systems for you guys. So just to show you, on my desktop right here, if I go to About This Mac, as you can see, it's still version 10.7, which is Lion. And if I go onto my laptop here, as you can see, it's version 10.8 and Mountain Lion. So without further ado, let's get started. And at the end of this video, I think I'll give you guys kind of my little rant on Apple customer service, because it was actually very hard for me to actually get this copy of Mountain Lion and to actually get it up and running. So without further ado, let's go ahead to the website and show you guys some of the things. And by the way, I have a little notes sheet right here, which I'll just use that to reference. So if we go to the main what's new on the Apple website, as you can see, it gives you basically a rundown of all the new features right here, and there are 200 plus new features that are available in Mountain Lion, which if you visit this page right here, it'll basically give you an entire list of everything that's new in the operating system. However, I thought I would just give you guys some of the things that are actually worth showing. So first of all, if we look down here in the dock on Mountain Lion, this is actually the first thing that stood out to me while I installed the OS. As you can see, it looks a little bit different compared to the dock on Lion. As you can see, Lion's a little bit more transparent. This one is a lot brighter, and it actually kind of hurt my eyes at first. It has a little bit of a different divider. As you can see here, the dividers are different, and the lights on the bottom of the dock are kind of more recessed down into the dock, whereas on Lion they kind of pop out a little bit more. And with the brightness of the new dock, I kind of found it to be a little bit more harder to figure out what is running in the background, but I guess that's something that you'll have to get used to. Also, when you're dragging and dropping things to the dock, you can still drag things to the dock like you could before. You still have stacks, everything there works fine. However, as you notice, I just tried to drag that master folder out of the dock and it won't work. Like, I'm dragging and then I let go and it still won't work. Now, how do I let it go? Well, first you have to drag it, and you have to drag it anywhere out between here, and you have to wait for that little crumpled paper to come up. Then let go, and that's how you drag things off. So I guess they did this for a kind of safety measures, like people would accidentally drag things out of their dock that they didn't want in their dock. And it just, I think this is actually kind of annoying. I like it better how in Lion, where you could just drag things out and it would just be dragged out. But I guess we'll just have to live with that there. Okay, so as you can see, they also have the Launchpad and Mission Control features from Lion built in. Those are relatively unchanged and they're exactly the same. Another new feature would be the Notification Center, which up here in the menu bar, as you can see, we have a new icon, and if you click that, it'll bring up the Notification Center. And I don't really use any apps that involve the Notification Center whatsoever, so as you can see, I have no new notifications. But if you want to get to the settings for Notification Center, you can either go to System Preferences, or you can click on this little icon right here. It'll open System Preferences and it will show up the Notification Center preferences, and it's essentially exactly like the preferences for the Notification Center in iOS. So anyway, one of the main themes with Mountain Lion is that it's very reminiscent of iOS. They're trying to bring iOS features to the desktop operating system, and personally I find that to be kind of annoying. I like my mobile and my desktop separately, but I guess, you know, to each his own. That's the way of the future. So if we keep going on, that was the docks and stuff. Another nice little feature that I found out was while you're dragging and dropping files between one computer to another computer, or just dragging and copying heavy files, it actually has a couple of new downloading looks. So they've kind of changed the UI when it comes to downloading. So for example, if I go to AirDrop, if you guys don't know, AirDrop is a feature where you can send files from one Mac to another. I have my iMac here, and then I have my laptop here. And let's say, hold on a second. Let's say I want to send this picture over here, which is a picture of the front of my laptop. Let's say I want to send that from my desktop to my laptop. So I would just click here and I would drag it to my MacBook and click send. and then I would click save over here. Now this feature was implemented in Lion, but I'm using this to show you guys how the new downloading looks like, because I thought that this was actually, well, I found that what I'm trying to say is that this is different, and I thought it was cool. So let's click save. As you can see, it downloads here, and as you can see, we have the little download bar, and if we open that up, it has a little download bar and an X right here to cancel the download. So if I open that up right here, that is it, and that's what it looks like, and we are downloading the thing right here. But I'm going to cancel that and cancel that because I don't want to send the photo. And that wasn't really a huge gigantic feature. I just thought I would show that to you because that was something that I noticed while I was copying apps from my desktop to my laptop. Okay, so let's move on, shall we? Another one of the big things that they were adding in with Mountain Lion is that they added a whole bunch of these new applications. So down here, as you can see, we have reminders, notes, and messages. And these are all of the new applications that are one of the main 200 plus features of Mountain Lion. And if you call these new apps a feature, I don't know what planet you're living on, but I think that they're just new apps, and I personally would never ever use them. But if we look at them, they are exactly the same applications that were available on the iOS platform. So here's the Notes app. It looks exactly like the Notes app from iOS, just put onto the desktop operating system. The same as for reminders here. It's the exact same application. And messages here actually takes the iMessage feature from iOS and brings it to the desktop. So now you can send text messages to each other via the desktop to your iPhone, iPad, as long as they're on the iPad or iMessage service. And this is cool, but I don't really have any friends that I actually iMessage with because nobody uses iMessage that I know of. If you guys use iMessage, then congratulations. I'm just saying nobody I know has really any use for it down there. So those are the default iOS apps which are integrated in with the desktop operating system. And you can also save all of your stuff in between those apps to iCloud, which iCloud is now heavily integrated into the OS, but I personally have iCloud turned off because I never use it. But anyway, those applications plus iCloud are some of the main or highlighted features within this new OS. So not really big features. This is not really that big of an update. But one thing that I did like that I'm going to demonstrate with the Notes application is the dictation, or the voice dictation, which was actually brought over from iOS. So if we go down here, right here in the System Preferences pane, it says Dictation and Speech. You can set that up right here, and as you can see, my shortcut is setting the function key twice, and that'll bring up voice dictation. And that'll essentially let me talk to the computer, and it will type something. So let's just do that. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to type the function key twice, and it'll bring this up right here. And let's say something like, hello. You probably just heard everything I said because I had the function key on. So blah, 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 blah. I'm going to click done. And I'm going to click cancel on that because I was still talking. So I'm going to double click on the function key and then show you guys an example. Welcome to voice dictation in Mac OS 10.8 Mountain Lion. Nick likes to talk way too much. Please tell him to stop the video right now. And as you can see, it says right here, welcome to voice dictation in Mac OS 10.8 Mountain Lion. Necklace to talk way too much. Please tell them to stop the video right now. So as you can see, it's not exactly the best voice dictation. I said Nick likes to talk so much, and it said my name was Necklace. So it's gonna have some bugs right away, but it still works very, very well. I was actually very impressed with voice dictation, and I think that you can use it in other areas of the OS, but I just decided to demonstrate it within the Notes application for you. Okay, so I'm going to highlight one more key feature for you guys that I don't think a lot of people have noticed. So I've watched a couple of different reviews of OS X Mountain Lion, and I haven't seen this feature, which brings up the accessibility pane, which this is triggered by a keyboard shortcut, Command, Option, and F5. So let's do that, Command, Option, and F5. And what that does is it brings up the accessibility options right here. So you can choose the zoom with the zoom keys, because actually, if you don't know, in all the other versions of macOS that I've used, you could hold down Control and then use the scroll wheel to zoom into the screen, like I'm doing right here. But this was actually turned off when I loaded up Mountain Lion for the first time, and this is how I turned it on. You can also enable the voiceover feature, all of the mouse and keyboard functions, such as sticky keys, slow keys, mouse keys, and then you can choose your display options here. We can adjust the contrast, which, whoa, that looks weird. We can even invert the colors. As you see, we now have that whole black on white, the triple tap, the iOS home button kind of feature. So let me bring that up and let me just uninvert the colors. And so I thought that that was actually pretty cool, the accessibility pane. It's Command Option F5 in Mountain Lion, and I thought that that was really cool, and I thought I would share that with you. And so overall, those are all of the new features that I wanted to show you guys inside of Mountain Lion. Now there are a couple of other features, again, as I said, 200 plus features, such as sharing between Facebook and Twitter, AirPlay, Power Nap, which is like this super power saver mode, Gatekeeper for your security needs, and then you have Game Center in case for some reason you want to play iOS games on your computer, which I actually haven't even touched that. I'm thinking about deleting it. I put it in my special little crap that I need but never use folder over here. I love that I did that. But anyway, those are just all of the main key features that I wanted to talk about within OS X Mountain Lion. Now, should you update from Lion to Mountain Lion? My answer to you is, if you're like a user like me who likes to keep all of his stuff on his computer and is used to what he needs to, I'd say don't update to Mountain Lion unless you really have to or you really want to, because to me, these features aren't really worth it. I mean, it's basically just an enhanced version of Lion with a couple of more fancy features that allow you to sync between your iPhone, which personally I don't see any use for. But if you're one of the people who wants to stay, like, you want to stay on the newest thing of technology, then go. It's $20. Update if you want to. But I definitely say this: if you're running Snow Leopard 10.6 or lower for that matter, upgrade to Mountain Lion to stay up to date on the times. But other than that, if you're using Lion, you can get away with staying on Lion for a couple more years. But if you're using Snow Leopard, then definitely upgrade. So it's a pretty good OS, but it doesn't have any new features that I think I would ever use. Maybe dictation just to play around with it, but not so much. But anyway, that's my little overview of OS X Mountain Lion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. And also, real quick, while I catch my breath here, because I'm coughing too much during this video, if you guys want to hear my story about what happened with updating to Mountain Lion, basically what happened was you redeemed the free copy of Mountain Lion by requesting it through their website. So I requested the code via their website, and then they sent me a code, and I went to redeem that code. It said that the code had already been used once, and I was just saying, why did you send me a code that was already used? So I sent them an email, took a screenshot, and then they sent me another code. I put in that other code, and it turns out that they actually sent me a copy of OS X Server instead of OS X Mountain Lion. So from that, I got a free copy of OS X Server. And then finally, I emailed them a third time, and they gave me an actual working copy of Mountain Lion. So 2 days and 3 emails, and I essentially got my free copy via that way. But it was just an extreme hassle and terrible customer service on their part. How can you screw up the code twice? But anyway, that's all I wanted to share for you guys. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.